السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. يسر نادي جوجل ديفلوبر ستودنت كلوب في جامعة الإمام عبد الرحمن بن فيصل تقديم دورة Demystify Digital Transformation The New Game Changer. حيقدم هذه الدورة الأستاذ أحمد محمد الشنقيطي، وهو الجلوبال اي تي برنسبل اركتكتشر السابق. عنده أكثر من 25 سنة خبرة في مجال الاي تي والاي تي ليدرشيب. وحصل على شهادة البكالوريوس في مجال الكمبيوتر ساينس من جامعة الملك فهد للبترول والمعادن، وعنده أيضا ماجستير في إدارة الأعمال من جامعة تروي يونيفرسيتي. طبعا أول شيء نشكر جميع الحضور. إن شاء الله حينرسل رابط التحضير في آخر السيشن. لا تنسوا تعبوه عشان تجيكم شهادة الحضور، وإذا عندكم أي أسئلة أو استفسارات ارسلوها في الشات وإن شاء الله حنجاوب عليها في آخر السيشن. شكرا. تقدر تبدأ أستاذ أحمد.
طيب، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. في البداية أشكر جامعة الإمام عبد الرحمن على هذه الاستضافة، وكذلك نادي جوجل في جامعة الإمام عبد الرحمن. وإن شاء الله تكون الدورة ثرية. I will switch to English if you are okay with that. If you have a problem, please let me know. طيب, let me share my screen. تشوفون الشاشة؟ Okay. Thank you very much. This session is titled Demystify Digital Transformation, the New Game Changer. And it's about how IT is evolving in the business world, actually, not only in the business world, in each or every aspect of the life. So in this session, I rearranged the agenda. So I will, sorry. So in this session, 1 minute. I will talk first about the information technology evolution. So it's simply what have been happened in the IT from evolution perspective. A lot of IT concepts will be discussed. Then I will talk about digital technologies. Then I will talk about digital business and transformation. Finally, I will go through the new way of working. And this is very important to give information about how things are going now with the digital transformation and digital business for those who will proceed in technology major, like computer science, AI, whatever, because this will give you how modern IT or how IT is working in the business world, and also in all aspects of those who proceed digital transformation. يمكن بالعربية يمكن التحول الرقمي الآن يعني مهم جدا في عدة نواحي، يعني including the government. يعني KSA government have measures for digital transformation that being collected from all government entities, and there is like a score, maturity, they are following up on this. So digital transformation is very important topic all over the business, the government, and other non-profit business. So the first topic is the information technology evolution. There is a video. I plan to share it, but I couldn't share. But it's good if you can see it after this session. It is an interview with Bill Gates around 1995 when he launched or Microsoft launched Windows 95 at that time. And he the internet was a new thing at that time, so it was a funny interview. I urge you to look at it after this session. So it's a Bill Gates interview in 1995, interview around the internet. So because this is very important in our topic, the short story of the technology evolution. Around the 90s, personal computers start being something available for people to own computers. So personal computers was the first step towards the evolution. Then internet became, you know, a new mean to connect people. It is the first big evolution, you know, after the personal PC. And because of the internet, everything evolve, you know. Because of the internet, the cloud technology started. Cloud technology helped big time in the evolution because it is agile, fast. Our businesses can deliver fast using the cloud. Social applications like Twitter, Facebook, Google, you know, let people connected and share information, share experience, you know, get the world closer and closer to each other. With all of this, you know, information sharing and information was something that definitely changed everything. Information was available through the internet. People can get whatever information. Mobility also is something that, you know, enable the whole this change, because the connectivity was easier with the rise of smartphones. Maybe you come to this world with smartphone already in place, but before that, phones was not that smart. So the smartphones also make things available to everybody, from information, from social, from everything. All of this created a lot of data, which, you know, helped big companies like Google and others to, you know, to use this data to build a lot of intelligence. The new thing is, you know, in the digital world, that things started also connected, because there was a concept at that time that any device cost more than $10, it should have an IP address in the internet. So it can connect, send information, collect information from the internet. So with the IP6 at that time. So that's give a new connectivity to not only people or even things included in this. With the intelligence, that's, you know, smooth the way towards the current situation where we have AI and machine learning. So the digital world is a collective set where people, things, and data all together, you know, provide this capability to either business or government or whatever. So this is in short the technology story. Sorry. And you know, with this evolution, also information technology changed over time. Yeah, not only on how things, you know, from hardware perspective or from technology perspective, even from practices. So this is like a comprehensive graph or chart show how evolution happened in every aspect of IT. So for example, in the organization mode, the organization was hierarchical. Then you know, the evolution. I will try to. So it was hierarchical. Then the idea of having product teams, and you know, now it's more to, they call it swarming or network team. The architecture for the application, it was monolithic. Monolithic, it means one big application to do, for example, HR system. It is one big HR system. The interior is where you know, now it's we distinguish, you know, the application from the storage from the application, and that's give different architecture to the solution that we have. Nowadays we are, you know, more to microservices, APIs. From development model, I'm sure that you're familiar with waterfall. Waterfall, it's been You got the requirements first. You follow the cycle of the software development, where you do analysis, design, implementation, testing, and this is a very lengthy process. Then Agile come to the picture. Nowadays we have DevOps concept, where development and operation working together to deliver the solutions. I will not go through every one, but I will highlight the major. The release mode. It was software was released yearly, or minimum quarterly, but changed to monthly, and now it is very continuous delivery. I will, from hardware perspective, it was physical, application installed in physical server, then virtualization come to the infrastructure world. Cloud changed big time how the development and the infrastructure managed for the application development. I will come to more high level overview after this slide. So as you can see here, pay attention to the right side here. It was, previously it was virtual. Now with do current Kubernetes, which is pioneered by Google, run on the cloud. It allow containerization and having things in container mode, and that enable from software development, microservices and API, also from implementation, Agile, DevOps, continuous integration and continuous delivery. This is in just to give a I would say a flashback. Agile is not new. It started very long time back. This is the Agile family tree, but I can highlight that Scrum was one of the main methodology, and it's a very popular methodology for Agile nowadays. I will highlight also the scaled Agile framework. This is also something known. Kanban. All of these Agile methodology is very important nowadays, because a lot of innovations is going through the Agile methodology. I'm talking about technology now, but just because to link the story later on with the way of working, how IT currently is working in the new business or new organizations. So Agile is in the DNA of the innovation. So I'll talk about three concepts that very important in this world. Lean, which is coming from manufacturing. Actually, the famous Six Sigma in manufacturing, which mean try to give a very quality work. So it's targeting eliminating waste, improving efficiency, maximizing value delivery. The Agile is a philosophy, I could say. It's about prioritizing things, having a good collaboration between a team, adapt continuous improvement. The Scrum is an implementation of the Agile. So Scrum is a way of software developments that follow Agile methodology. And as I mentioned, it's very popular in nowadays. Scrum Master from Scrum is playing a major role in the innovation. So this is how Scrum look like. So things is not anymore. It's between usually in software world, IT is projects, but now there is a shift from project to product. They call it product. Things so the product planned in something called the product backlog, and this is divided to sprint backlog. So smaller team will take each sprint backlog and execute it in very agile and short time, and that will lead to completing the products. And by the way, Amazon, the head of Amazon have a rule. It's called two pizza table rule. So he said team should be fed. If the team should be fed only by two pizza. If it's not enough for them, then it's not a good team. So it's around 3 to 9 people should be maximum in the team. That's how Amazon evolved their business through the time. So as I mentioned, there are 3 roles in the Scrum. The product owner. The product owner represent the business or the stakeholders. He give priorities to product backlog and what is needed in the product, cutting the waste and reviewing also the feedback or give feedback about how things are going. The Scrum Master is similar role to the project manager, but he's facilitating the process, try to help the team to overcome any blockers or challenges, and the development team. And usually this team is self-organized, self-managed, so that's make them agile. They can take decision faster and deliver faster. All of these things are changes in the IT world, where from practices, from technology perspective, to cope and help in the digital delivery or digital innovation. So I'll move to the next. Also, 3 concepts that are very important: the DevOps, to make things agile and close. Usually, in the normal IT, the development done by a team, the operation done by a different team. And if there is a problem in the product, it go back to the development to fix whatever the problem with the application or the software. The DevOps shorten that cycle, so they are working very close to each other. The developer also participate in the support. The infrastructure also support the developer to help moving scale the application if it's needed. It is in the continuous integration, continuous delivery tool or mode, where small releases or small incremental releases happen every time and moment. And the focus is to deliver a minimum viable product, which is just enough feature to be used and provide value to the customer. This is how the concept of agile is working. And the cloud, the containers and Kubernetes mentioned in the beginning, it's give a big momentum to scaling those developed microservices and API. I will give example. For example, if you know Pokemon, the game, when it was released, within the first couple of hours, it was downloaded around 2 million times. And people start using it, and without capability to scale this solution through the cloud, it will never work. Because this is very huge usage of users to any application. So this is how the cloud is giving very flexibility, very scalability to any application development or software development. Coming out from the evolution of technology, hopefully it was not fast. I hope I'm not going fast on that, but that's very important to give you a short history of how things evolved from the internet release until now. Where the technology is very agile, very microservice oriented. So they call it microservice architecture oriented. It's not anymore people do big programs together, multiple developers or hundreds of developers working on one application. It is microservices where each microservice developed by one developer, he run it, he maintain it, he support it. So this is in short how software development changed since, I would say, 20, 30 years. Now coming to the digital technologies. Digital technologies is evolution happened because of the data, starting with the big data lakes, so with this much information available, that's opened the door for innovation in multiple aspects, because this data could be used to teach the machine. It could be used to get insights. So that's the main push for the digital technology. I will say that Google participated big time in this evolution, and I think the Brad in the machine learning and deep learning was one of the breakthrough in the deep learning, the parallel neural network. So that was a big through to elevate the machine learning. So I will highlight the top trending digital technologies. So the first thing, as I mentioned, data analytics, cognitive computing, the generative AI, which started very recent to take big momentum, the blockchain, IoT or Internet of Things, the quantum computing, the metaverse, and finally the digital twin. So these are the top trends in technology, in digital technology especially, that making a big change in how things are happening in this world since the few years, the few later years. I will go quickly through each one. From data analytics, intelligence, it's around how data collected, organized, analyzed, and made available to get insights to help decision making. Ultimately, decision making is the most important outcomes of this activity. And there are multiple types of analytics, starting from descriptive until prescriptive. So the data analytics world evolve over time. A lot of technology, correlation, segmentation, classification, all of these, happening in the data analytics help a lot of, getting insights of the data. Cognitive computing is try to simulate or mimic human thoughts, processes like understand the vision, understand of the voice, understand. So it's a combination of multi-technology like machine learning, natural language processing, and neural networks to try to understand the surrounding. With evolution happened recent, in the past years, it's now reached to big or huge momentum in this area. Face recognition is now easy. Autonomous, all autonomous technologies depending on these cognitive capability. The generative AI, which the topic of the recent topic of the digital technology, which is a large machine language, a large language model that help building an AI where it can generate content like text, image, videos, audios, and it is very impressive because the conversation look like very realistic. You can think that it's a human that reply to you, not a machine. So ChatGPT and other Gemini, for example, from Google. And by the way, Gemini was there before ChatGPT, but Google, released it later. So they missed the chance to be leader in this, but they were ready before the ChatGPT in this area. Blockchain also, it was around for some time. Bitcoin is one implementation of the blockchain. It is a technology of distributed ledger, or they call it, data stored in distributed, decentralized way. It eliminates middleman in the transaction, so transaction can happen between two persons without a need of middle man. For example, the bank, you need to involve the bank in any transaction for the money, but in using the blockchain, bank is not needed in the middle. The transaction happen because of this decentralized or distributed model, happen smoothly without having that in place. So it's changed big time how business is done. Cryptocurrency like Bitcoins is an implementation of this technology. Internet of Things devices now, not only providing very important information, it's also reached to a level that you could build certain controls that action can be done by things or devices. So this is very important to do a lot of things in terms of connecting, collecting information, and doing actions. Quantum is a new computing principle, built on quantum physics. So it's not like a classical computer, and it's not replacement of current computer. It just solves some problems that cannot be solved by traditional computers, especially related to science and engineering problems, cryptography, and AI. It's getting momentum. Vendors like Microsoft, for example, they releases development tools to develop things related to to develop programs in quantum computing. It is available as a service in the cloud, in a limited, but still the qubit is not yet to the level that give a big outcome from the quantum computing, but it is evolving. The metaverse, it's like a virtual world. People can interact, do business, share digital content. It's like a parallel digital world to our world. So this is also getting momentum. There is a lot of applications. There is a lot of use cases that metaverse is bringing to the world, and it is something it could change some aspects of how things done in the current world. Digital twin, it's trying to build a virtual model of the real world objects or systems. It bridge the gap between physical and virtual world. For example, you could build a complete car virtually with all its parts. You can play with it, change it. It's very useful for designing, simulation, planning. So there is a lot of applications related to digital twins, and it's very helpful or useful technology from digital technology. Finally, I added this because very important. It's not a digital technology by itself, but it's a big enabler for the digital technology. It is the 5G. It gives faster speed, lower latency. So things, because latency is one of the issues in the networking. So 5G is helping in that area, and that solves a lot of problems in terms of real-time actions or real-time data that come to the user or to the business. You can have like up to 1 million device per square kilometer, and it's very flexible. It's very big enablement to Internet of Things technology. So going after this quick brief about digital technology, we come up to our main subject, the digital business and transformation. So in general, before digital technology, businesses were discussing from strategy perspective. They think about the competition, the market, if there is geopolitical issues, if there is economic issues. But believe me, the strategy discussions nowadays take different route. If you come to the business or government or whoever, in their strategy meeting, they talk about the digital technology and how it is a challenging or opportunity at the same time. And it could also bring risks. For example, the quantum computing, it's bringing risk of breaking the encryption that we have. So that's risks need to be planned for or be ready for. So the strategy discussion now is mainly focused about the disruption coming from the business technology. So now businesses are evaluating these technologies as part of the opportunities, challenges, and risks in the strategy meeting in their organization, whether they are business or government or non-profit organization. So it's very important to understand those technologies, understand if it's an opportunity for the organization or a risk or a challenge, because it sometimes could put the business out or make the organization out of the business. I will give some examples later on so you can relate to this. So digital business is is the use of the digital technology to create new improved business in the process, on product or services, where they can generate value for customer and shareholders. So it's like changing the business based on the digital technology to create more value to the business and the customer and the shareholder. So that's the digital business. Digital transformation is how we rewire the organization or change the organization to create value by deploying digital technology at scale. So I like this definition from McKinsey. So there is book recently called Rewiring or Rewired. It's about that's what most of the organization is doing in the area of digital transformation. So eventually, by having digital transformation, it's usually a program or projects or a big strategy initiative. And the target of that is to create digital business where, technology used at scale. And especially digital technologies, not only the normal technology, digital technologies. So this is, in a nutshell, the digital transformation concept. It is trying to change the business from normal business to a digital business. There are two types of digital transformation. There are digital transformation where new business or revenue created because of the digital technology, and I will mention some examples later on for this. Or there is no change in the business model. However, there is a lot of optimization, a lot of enhancement, automation going on in the business. So these two types, and definitely the new business model and revenue, that's more strategic to the organization than the optimization. The optimization is becoming like normal. It is business as normal, but new model, new revenue, that's what business strategy is looking for. So as an example, for example, Amazon, it was pioneered in this. They are the first. They started first as a online bookstore, but now they are the largest online store globally. So it's changed how business is done for the user. User used to go to libraries, then or markets or whatever. Now everything is online. Netflix also changed the media and entertainment market. Previously it was not that easy to see a movie or access media. It's now totally changed. The prediction or the suggestions that give based on your selection or all of this is around how digital technologies played in this business. Uber, Airbnb, this is like I was mentioning the transformation. It's changed. It's a new business model where it's eliminate or make it very easy for the customer to connect to the provider. And in the Uber, you just didn't need a middleman. The provider will register himself. The customer will make the deal or create the ride, get the confirmation, and that's it. So it's a new change in the business model of how transportation is done. Airbnb is the same, but for the hotel. And from manufacturing examples, Honeywell, they used to produce equipment, and now they added the smartness in this equipment, where there are sensors, which is part of the Internet of Things. These devices collect data, and it's now Honeywell. It's not providing only the equipments; it's providing data-driven products where you can see the information about the products, monitor it. Things that were done manually in the manufacturing site, it's now automated through this IoT connectivity. IKEA, for example, they're charging their experience to the online store shopping instead of the physical floor shop. This is very interesting also from autonomous vehicle. This is how cognitive computing also changed things in the ground. Waymo is an Alphabet subsidiary. Alphabet is the mother company for Google. So Waymo is providing self-driving car services where you can request a ride and full autonomous car come to you and take you to the target place. This service is available in Phoenix, Arizona, and other cities in the United States. Similar Cruise having, it's a General Motor subsidiary, offer the same in other cities. So this is an example of autonomous vehicle and how digital technologies participate in, the autonomous car is actually a very good example of a lot of digital technology we speak about, the IoT, because all of these cars have sensors, have devices that all produce data or control even the machine. The cognitive, because it's the vehicle need to understand the surrounding, understand the road, understand the pedestrians, everything in the road. So it is the perfect example of digital technology in its essence, and very, very interesting topic. Another example for metaverse, which is the virtual world. Some universities, they make a campus in the metaverse, where people can study in the virtual world. So, some big universities or global universities have campuses everywhere, and they added a campus in the metaverse. Example of that is New Mexico State University or South Dakota State University or University of Maryland. Also, some universities are doing some experiments to use the VR devices for some universities to attend the classroom. So it is VR classroom. So this is a few examples about those implementation, in the business for digital technology and how it's changed those businesses to digital business. Now, all of these transformation depend on what we call digital business platforms. And as you see, when we talk about digital world, there is people are either customers, partners, or employees, and there is things. And the intelligence is the central part where data and analytics collect data that help you either in the employee side, customer side, partner side, or things side. So these are the major or the main platforms for digital business. It's depend on the strategy focus. Yeah, for example, when you are in manufacturing, like for example, Aramco, you are not dealing with consumers. You are dealing with companies. So it's their strategy is more focused around assets, and so you could say a lot of their digitalization happening around the IoT platforms. Okay, maybe around the employees or partners, but their focus is more to things. While if you go to, for example, banking sector, the banks definitely they are more towards the customers. They don't have a lot of things or assets to work on, so they're more to customers. So explaining the digital business, digital transformation, I will go to the new way of working, considering both, the technology evolution, the digital technology, and the digital business. So this is a model from Gartner. They call it base layer application strategy. So usually any application and any organization could be classified in either three or one of those three. System of record is the common ideas. So for example, procurement, human capital management, whatever everything everybody is doing is considered system of record. So if, for example, when Apple Pay was part of the application, for the retail store in the applications in the mobile, everybody start putting that as part of their payment method. So that's and initially having Apple Pay was something innovative, but with the time everybody adapt this. It became a common idea, so it's moved from being a new idea to common idea. This is how things are evolving in the business side. Now the spending is more towards the innovation. So 50% of the spending is going in the differentiation or innovation. Differentiation, it's mean you are doing it, you are among the few organizations that are doing this. But with time, a lot of others will start do the same. So it will become a common ideas. So the focus is creating new ideas, try to maintain it. It will be your current competitive advantage, but once it's common, you need to bring something new. This is how the innovation cycle or how evolution in the technology and the digital business is happening. So this bring, because this need to be an agile, this is bring the concept of the fusion team. The fusion team is not, the word that, have IT separated from business is not anymore applied to the current world. Today, business and IT need to be teamed up in a fusion team to provide innovation in an agile way. So it's about bringing people together as a small team. Usually a fusion team is around 3 to 9 people, where they can accelerate delivering technology. You could see, usually the fusion team have a product owner, usually from the business, Scrum Master, who facilitate and plan or orchestrate the activities, developers, and domain experts. When I say domain experts, for example, here, if this is something for finance department, then this is a finance guy, or if this is sales team, then this is a sales guy. So those domain experts is from the business to help the team in understanding what is needed, test the product, be very close with the development team. So this is the new way of working, the team structure. So still, the organization needed to maintain the knowledge plan, how people get their careers, their knowledge, their training, management, but they will be offered or virtually working in squad, or this is another synonym for the fusion team. From the business side, they will put some people, from IT will put some people, and they both work together. This is an example. This is the dashed box. It's mean IT virtual team, and you can see that the development cycle is now very short. It's between plan, build, and run. Usually the development cycle starts from requirement gathering, analysis, planning, implementation, testing, and so on. But now it's very short. It's plan, build, run. And you could see here, the build is done by the agile team. The DevOps were the operation and support and build, working together. So you can see it's over the boundaries here. So around 70% of the IT resources will be aligned on the platform, and the rest will be shared. The shared are those platform engineers or people that experts that can help all teams. Low code and no code and citizen developer. This is more about with all of these innovation. Not IT is not capable to do this alone. So now new platforms coming to the picture where not only IT can do technology innovation, even business can do. So this new no code, low code platforms can be used by business to provide software development, even if they have limited or no code experience. So this is a non-IT developers. Okay, and it's very important because a lot of works done by IT traditionally with the right tools can be done by the business without overloading the IT with things that is very simple or easy to do. This bring a new concept, because when you see IT, it is information technologist. Okay, there is a new concept called business technologist. So it's not anymore. There is technology is like democratized. So even business can do now technology job. And you can see, even in the universities, in the curriculum of engineers or others, they start getting some more technology courses because that's very important for them to do their work. So those are professionals from business, that combine their deep understanding of the business with the technology. They play a major role in producing technology for business needs. They use platforms, not only no code. There are some other tools like robotic process automation (RPA) or the self-service analytics. Watching the time, this is maybe my last slide. So the process now, the democratization of technology, which means it's the process that make technology used and available for a wide range of people in the organization. This empower users to participate and promote innovation around the organization. My final slide, summary and conclusion. So cloud is where the innovation and digital technologies evolve. Cloud provide very big environment for innovation and agile. Agile methodology like Scrum, Kanban, and others play a major role in how innovation delivered. Digital technology considered major business strategy opportunities and challenges. Fusion team is a new structure to adapt, deliver digital products. Technology and innovation is not anymore exclusive for IT. It's everyone in the organization is contributing to the digital transformation and digital business. After this, thank you very much. This is my last slide. Hope it was fruitful for you. I wasn't going fast, and thank you very much. It's time for question. I leave it to the organizers to help in answering the questions.
نشكر الأستاذ أحمد على هذا الدورة الرائعة. إن شاء الله إن الجميع استفادوا. تقدروا ترسلوا أي أسئلة عندكم وإن شاء الله نجاوب عليها.
أولا أشكركم مرة ثانية. Thank you very much. It was my pleasure to deliver this session to the students and whoever attending this session. Hopefully I bring you updated information about what is going in the businesses. All businesses and governments are this is their talk, this is their way of working now, and this is becoming like the norm. So hopefully I give you a good insights about how things done in the business. Feel free. I will. Yes.
يقول لك هل سابق تعرض cooperative training للناس؟
يعني يمكن I'm not the one to answer this, but definitely أعتقد في إدارة يعني شؤون الموظفين عندهم أعتقد موقع التقديم أو شيء زي كذا.
الله يسعدك أستاذ أحمد، حابة أشكرك على هذه الورشة المثرية، وإن شاء الله مو آخر تعاون لنا في نادي جوجل. يعطيك ألف عافية، شرفتنا، وشكرا جزيلا على مشاركتك هذه المعلومات. إذا في أي أسئلة ممكن نستقبلها للي عندكم. والمعذرة ما عرفت بنفسي، معك رهف الغامدي، قائدة نادي جوجل للطلبة المطورين في جامعة الإمام عبد الرحمن بن فيصل.
أهلا وسهلا.
يا هلا فيك، يعطيك العافية.
طيب عموما يعني أعتقد you can share the questions later on، يعني حتى feel free. I will try to answer it إن شاء الله through email.
شكرا جميع الحضور. لا تنسوا تحبوا رابط التحضير وتقييم عشان توصلكم شهادة الحضور.